Hello, everybody.
Mike, don't move, Mike. There's somebody holding your hand.
What?
What is that? A lady? Oh, that's not what I thought I saw something.
No, it's the air conditioning.
Oh, kind of chill. That's why I have a chill.
Yeah, I turn on the
air
AC.
conditioning.
Yeah,
I got
our
this
night.
cool blast of wind,
I know.
and I was freaking out.
Oh, there's other. No, that would be a different. That'd be the opposite.
That's what I think happened with Arnold. Was a
the
blast
opposite.
of wind.
A blast of wind.
I do.
Yeah.
I think that's what he meant by poop. Just my thought.
Maybe he's trying to say you know poof on green.
Because those guys,
Poof.
you know, a lot of those players walking off the green up to a tee. They get, because they're right. I mean, it happens, and you got people.
It's poof.
No, king no poop.
You know poop.
Yeah, poof.
You know poof on green.
Right. I'm thinking
that makes more sense.
Poof, but he said that. But even
King don't poof.
King,
you poof,
you
Gary.
Poof, Gary.
Gary, you poof.
It came from your way. I saw the flap, so I saw the movement of the pants. So Gary always wore those looser pants. But that's just my theory of that story because it's a true story that Gary told.
Yeah.
And Gary played.
Well, it must
national television.
You would think so because and the thing that struck me as really funny is the fact that all places that he took it, he was the stage of the Masters.
Yeah, and it didn't happen at Masters. He wouldn't be allowed back on. I mean, he's the king, man, but you don't come back on.
There's some nice pine straw around Augusta, though.
There's plenty of places. There's cat box everywhere.
Yeah,
you could litter. There's litter boxes all around every hole. If you look at it that
packed
way.
down,
if you look at it that way. Well, during the event, I bet before it's all nice and fluffy, sprung. They get out there and rake it all up, but you could easily slide something underneath some pine straw.
You could sleep on.
Well, we're going this year. We'll go figure it out. You tell me if there's a place.
Are we still going this year?
I'm going, man. Although Tigers are there, it's going to be a lot crowded. Well, just go Wednesday, Thursday.
It's got to be so expensive.
Not for us. We don't pay for tickets.
We got to talk to Chris.
PGA members don't pay for tickets.
I guess my concern out of that
we just gotta find a place to stay.
Yeah, my concern at the moment with that was just the sheer number of people that are going to be there. Like when we went, it was.
But I thought the same thing. They only allow so many in.
Oh, really?
They cap it.
They do cap it.
Yeah, it's filled every year.
Well, then maybe,
so the crowds will be the same.
Yeah.
It'll be a little, no nuts if you wanted to get near Tiger, but otherwise it'll be the same, and we just stay the opposite sides of the course.
Yeah.
But there's no more. I looked it up. They only let so many tickets in a day, and if we go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday package, but we don't pay for the daily passes. You're right. They almost doubled because of Tiger going.
Yeah.
So ticket holder, if you're not PGA, so maybe we could look for a place to stay, and or talk to Chris and see what's going on. But
a pool or a pond or
anywhere we could just drop trowel. We'll talk about it. But I got to go, man. I'm jonesing.
No, I hear you.
So what do you got going over there?
We got Mr. Shamandel. Dave, you there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm well, Bill. How are you? You got to go, huh?
Yeah, man. Got to go, buddy. But that's.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. You don't have to be sorry. It's my choice.
Okay.
All right. What's up?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Not a thing.
Mike told me you had a really amazing story to share, and I've been on pins and needles because of the Halloween show. I've actually poked myself 3 times waiting to hear your story.
Oh.
What do you got? That's what Mike said. He said, you're going to love Dave's story, and I always do. And so it's a Halloween show, so I'm hoping it's the story I think it is.
Mike, help me.
Come on, Dave.
Are you there, Dave? Is Dave there?
Is he there?
Same stories every year. But
well, the one I remember that you told happened to do with your father and mother in a golf cart.
Yeah, that was the one I was going to go back to.
Well, I love that story, man. So let's hear this thing. It is the Halloween show.
That's the most horrendous one of the bunch. Yeah, I was playing in a tournament and just made the cut, and Mom and Dad were all excited, and they came out to watch, and a friend of theirs happened to be a member of the club. And he had his own golf cart and offered to let them ride the golf cart around to follow me, which was very kind of him.
That's a nice man.
The first hole, I tee off and go walking down the fairway, and they follow up. And the first hole is a par 5 downhill. And just at the bottom of the hill, it was one of those 3-wheel golf carts.
Oh, yeah.
They had the...
Oh, yeah.
What do you call it? The tiller.
Did it have a single handle?
It's like I think like Bob Hope or one of his guys drive that. Bing Crosby used to have one of them things.
It's a single handle.
It's a little
isn't
single.
It?
It's like a bar.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think it was called the tiller.
Like the
tiller.
Back of a
boat. and that thing caught a rut and spun out of Pop's hands, and the cart tipped over and landed on. Well, my mom landed first, and then my dad landed on top of Mom, and then the cart landed on top of Pop. And
Oh, my gosh.
Mom took the worst of it and got busted up pretty good.
I can't even. How big was your dad? Because you're a tall dude.
Dad was about the same height and 100 pounds heavier.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big man.
Wow. So,
So-
your mom actually experienced a WWE slam down on the golf course.
Well, yeah, could be.
Now, did the golf cart hit anybody, or is it just your dad landed on Mom?
Just Dad.
So he was airborne for a little while.
Yeah.
He was absolutely airborne. No parts of his body touching ground.
I think
Wow.
they were running a little behind, and he jumped on it a little extra hard and caught that rut at just the right angle or the wrong angle, and landed on poor Mother.
Was it fair to say that your family's their marriage was in a rut at that time?
Jeez.
Were you
yeah,
there?
I guess
Did you
so.
see it or hear it? Were you close enough by to see your dad flying through the air and landing on your poor mom?
No.
Well, that's a good thing because that could
I was
have.
probably 200 yards down the fairway, totally oblivious. So I got up on the green and kind of looked around, just enjoying the day type thing, and saw a big group of people back, all huddled around this golf cart back toward the tee.
Well,
And,
did she get injured, Dave? May I ask? I mean, there was this.
Oh, yeah, she got busted up pretty good. She broke her hip. She's actually healing from a broken hip right now. And
I'm so sorry.
Oh, my
broke
gosh.
her hip, and I think, if I remember right, a collarbone, too.
Wow.
Yeah, she got banged up pretty
But
good.
your dad's landing was cushioned. He's okay.
Oh, Pop was fine.
I'm trying to make light of
I
our.
shouldn't say it
I'm
like
trying.
that, but-
I bet he felt terrible. And what about the guy that owned a golf cart? You know, he's like, "Oh, sorry, man. It's wow. They weren't stable, them little three wheelers. I'll tell you that.
Oh, they were horrible.
They
that's
were
for sure.
really bad design, man. So,
Yeah, that's probably my most dreaded story of anything that happened on the golf course.
That is just crazy.
Yeah,
You know,
so
you've,
sorry.
You've done a lot, you know, through the years with golf clubs, and there's always a lot of stories about, especially when people are trying to change a shaft or cut grips off a club or anything like that. You ever had anything like weird happen to you there, or someone that you knew?
anybody brought in a shaft that was bloody?
Oh, jeez.
Well, I get cut up all the time, you know, but little just nicks and stuff like that. I've never really, and I say this every year, and I'm just waiting for, you know, karma to get me. But I've never really got injured working on clubs to speak of.
That says a lot
because you're a professional.
Because it's the amount of
you
work
burn
you
off
do.
you burn off a iron head to do a reshaft, and every once in a while kind of forget how hot it is and grab it.
Well, no epoxy in the eye.
Oh, man.
No epoxy in the eye.
That's amazing.
Cut my fingers a couple times, but nothing serious. It's just
I got a
do keep fresh supply
my
of
chain
Band-Aids
around my
laying
neck.
around all the time.
My chain around my neck got caught into the spinning grinder, and that thing pulled my neck real hard. Pulled my snapped up, cut my neck. I had a little charm.
When you were doing-
Shing, man.
When you're doing club repair?
Yeah, it was the buffer machine.
Hell, holy.
CBT! Oh, that hurt. and I didn't know what it was. I thought someone shoved my face towards the thing, man. It's a joke.
Oh, my gosh. That is so scary, man.
The worst
That
thing, I
is-
think Mike and I both saw this was it was a club repair accident with a guy in a back room
Oh, the
trying
hook blade.
the hook blade, and he
I
was
can't.
trying. So he
That's-
was not a professional. Matter of fact, he wasn't. I don't think he had any experience taking off.
He wasn't
grips.
supposed to be back of there.
He wasn't even supposed to be back there. So he took the hook. You know, hook blades are from like
Oh, my gosh.
like
this is
razor
so
knives.
bad.
What do they call them? X-Acto knives. What do they call them?
Yeah.
But it has a hook.
Yeah.
And so you could grab the edge of the grip and slide it down. And he did that, but it slipped off the grip and cut into his arm, and the hook started grabbing tendons and veins. And remember, it was an open wound, and the tendons were coming cut out. They were popping out
Oh,
of it.
God.
And remember that, Mike? We looked at him like, what the hell are you
sick.
doing? Remember
is
that?
so gross.
We wrapped that thing so fast. Not a lot of blood. There was a lot of stuff. The tendons were coming
There's
out
a lot
of
of
the...
spaghetti.
Yeah, there was a lot of muscle tissue.
It was really bad.
Spaghetti, more like ramen. It was kind
Oh,
of
it
a
was
ramen
bad.
thing. It was bad, and he's scarred for life, literally. But that was a weird day. So I don't.
That
think,
was his cornhole arm too.
Right.
That was.
So
he
Dave,
never played
to try to
cornhole,
add
did
a
he?
little humor, did you finish your round of golf that day? Were you aware that it happened to Mom and
Yeah, I
stopped
did.
playing, or you? So did you? Were you aware before you finished that something happened because they never came out to see you? Were you that aware?
I was looking for him all day and never really paid that much attention. Got the word on the back nine where I shot a smooth 43.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. When you got Mom up there, it's broken. You it just kind of takes your mind away from
A
what you're-
smooth 43.
just-
I love that.
So, but so
love
good for
that.
you, Dave, for not having many injuries because you're working around hot and moving and sharp and all kinds of pieces and epoxies. I used to get epoxy in my eye, and I'd wear the goggles up, but I have it on a glove or something and wipe my forehead or something weird, and it would always go into my eye. And epoxy in the eye is
I've
brutal.
never had that one. That's got to be terrible.
And then it hardens, and you can't get it out, and you have to wait for it to harden. Oh, it's just the worst. Only a
One-
couple times, but I remember it very well.
One of the worst things I've ever
Awful.
had happen as far as with clubs was, and I was not doing club repair. I just happened to grab this club, and it was graphite, and it was broken.
Oh,
Shoved a splinter.
Right through you? Did it pierce it?
It went into my finger, and I got it out, but my gosh, that was so painful. I can still even feel the pain right now. I can.
Well, the
just
little
wipe
alignment
away
rods,
this-
if you don't sharp,
Oh, I've
you
done
could
that.
get those little tiny things in your fingers. You can't
You
even
can't see 'em.
and they hurt like
No.
Oh, they hurt.
they hurt so bad, and you can't see them. You're like, ow! And you're like, what is that? I don't even see anything in there. It's a tough sport, man.
Can you
Yeah,
hold
ow!
Will you hold this stack of alignment rods for me, Bill?
They got to come up with alignment rod covers, man. I mean, they're just brutal. You just push them into the ground.
Yeah, they need to be sealed.
They had. Oh, yeah. You
Just
got.
like a graphite shaft, same thing. You get one of those slivers in you. Oh man, those hurt.
That's so nasty. That's just.
I apologize, but I have not been listening to the show. Do you have any stories about anybody getting hit by golf balls?
Oh, we had many. We had the
We've had a
top 10
few.
deathth in golf, and we've had a few that would have been.
So,
It's
like,
been-
let's see here.
Top
It's been
10
dark.
deaths in golf.
Yeah.
I like
This is a good one right here.
Yeah, within
I got
the last
one.
3 years.
Got one for you, Dave. Okay.
Right.
Dave's got one.
After his round, a man was searching for his golf balls in a South African dam when he was attacked by a crocodile and disappeared into the water. His body was found the next morning without mutilation, but with a few teeth marks. Park rangers killed the 12-foot reptile afterwards.
Did he ever find his ball?
They said, yeah, it says his Titleist Pro V1 was in his clenched right hand.
All right, good. So that was his right
Was
hand,
that
too.
a lateral gator or
Yeah,
Probably.
That's an animal
was it
burial
red
hole.
snake gator or white snake
It's
gator?
a free relief.
Did you guys see the video of the gigantic crocodile that's down in Florida
Like-
that it surfaced again?
No.
I've seen
It's
one.
real.
It's huge. It's like 25
The
feet
thing's
long,
like 25 feet long.
Oh,
It
geez.
It
bigger
literally
than a
looks
bus.
like it came out of the land of the lost.
Yeah.
Another reason to not go to Florida.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, come on. Florida, I like
Oh, I got hit with a golf ball one time.
Just once?
I was talking to the owner of the course, and he was mowing on his tractor, and so I went out and talked to him about something. I don't even remember what it was, but I was sitting in a cart, and all of a sudden, boom! My left side just blew up. It got hit by a drive, and knocked me out of the cart. I thought somebody shot me.
Did you?
So it makes you think Kennedy never felt a thing.
No.
He didn't. He didn't
And
know.
the owner of the course thought it was the funniest thing he
Well,
ever saw. He was cracking up, and I'm
So
laying
were
on the
you-
ground going,
Hey, I worked for Mike and got hit in the head, and I ended up in an ambulance, and he was laughing. Remember that day?
I didn't laugh.
I don't think you were
It
laughing. I was
funny.
hallucinating a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't laughing at you, Dave. You didn't happen to be talking with that owner about have you ever been hit by a golf ball before?
No, that would have been weird.
No, I was. I don't even remember what I was talking about. It was just something in the shop or something. I don't know. But
You ever been hurt on a golf course
God,
before, Bob?
Darn, that hurt.
Well, it's funny you say. I was on the fourth hole at Avila, and I was out working over there just playing, and I didn't even hear the shot coming. And I remember I was playing with Reggie, but I remember waking up, laying in the bottom of the golf cart. He was bringing me back, and they to the clubhouse, and it knocked me out. I still have a lump in my head, and I just remember almost
what that is?
hallucinating because I thought I was driving through a river or something, and falling off a cliff because I just remember looking. I was down ground level, but my head was on the. He was driving me back. I'm laying. My feet were elevated. My head was down in the floorboard of the cart, and he had my feet elevated. I
Gosh.
don't know,
Oh, geez.
I don't know why, but I guess. So I remember the ambulance showed. I refused to go to the hospital, but Mike, I remember
That's a
you
surprise.
You were never. You never were laughing.
You always,
but you followed me to the hospital when I was choking on meat.
You refuse help a lot. That's scary in itself.
It hurt.
No, I can't breathe, Mike. I can't breathe.
Well, you
I'm like, okay, let me
I'm
drive you.
okay.
I aspirated a big chunk of hamburger eating at Mulligan's, and Mike said, "You okay?" And I wasn't. I couldn't breathe, so I actually drove myself. I don't know how I made it to the. Where do we go? To urgent care, and you followed me. And then the ambulance took me immediately from there to the hospital,
Which was across the
which
street.
was across the street. It's like an $800 ride, which was a 4-iron distance.
200 yards. We got to get him in the ambulance.
Got to get him there now. And
my gosh.
that was bad. But, I haven't eaten. I chew more now. A lot more chewing.
Yeah.
But I started laughing and it went down the windpipe. It didn't go down there. It was wrong.
You do have a really small mouth.
I do.
That's a problem.
I know.
You like to take big bites.
It's really. But that was a fun day too. I almost died that day. You know
That
how
was
they finally
brilliant.
got out of my throat?
Dr. Pepper?
Diet Coke. You're
Diet
close.
Coke. I knew
Yeah.
it was something like that.
They couldn't get it out. So they put a big mouthful of the bubbles, Dr. Pepper, and and the bubbles pushed it down. Oh,
You know how they got
so
it out?
painful, man.
Yeah, they got it out, Mike. Diet Pepsi and a 4-iron.
And $7,000 later.
Take a drink of this, Bill. Turn around.
Whack!
Good luck.
Some terrible things happened to me, man.
Yes, you have. You've had some
I'm a segment in itself.
You are, man. And
You're a show in itself.
He is, and he's the $6 million man as well.
Exactly.
You know.
I've got pieces of metal all
Oh,
through me.
I do got another story.
All right.
Oh, this one is classic. I don't even know if I've ever told this one.
Good.
But I was playing we had a foursome little money game up in at Rancho Murrieta, just out of Sacramento. And the fourth hole's a blind tee shot, par 4. And first guy got up, knocked it down the middle. Second guy got up, knocked it down the middle. Third guy got up, knocked it down the middle. I tee up my ball, just about ready to hit. The guy comes running back up the hill, waving his arms and everything. Well, the first ball hit his wife on one hop.
Oh, God.
The second ball,
No.
after she got up, knocked her back down.
Oh, no way. It's a Monty Python
The
skit.
third ball
No
rolled up
way.
to her.
It
Didn't actually. It rolled up to her, and now they knew there was a foursome behind them. This guy's going. There's one more coming.
Oh my
I
gosh.
bet the husband was mad.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know they were in front of us. We had caught up to them and didn't even know we had a group in front of us.
Did he charge you? I mean, come on, you hit your wife.
Jeez.
That poor lady. I felt so bad.
Wow.
Oh, she was kind of okay.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. What are the odds of
Just a
that?
flesh wound.
Well, evidently they were pretty good, Mike.
Yeah, I guess.
Accurate.
Margaret, are you okay? Yes, I'll be
that-
fine.
Oh, Mark,
That
what
guy's
happened
face
to
coming
you?
back up the hill, though. God, it was well, it wasn't really funny to him, but we thought it was great.
Who's the amazing goalie that got hit in the face with the ball all the time on the video?
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't remember
The
now.
amazing. Remember that guy?
Yes.
Oh my god! And in volleyball, he did it in
Yes.
volleyball too.
Yes, he did. The volleyball one's great. they
It's Scotty, the amazing Scotty.
hold him up. His whole team
Yeah.
holds him up to block the
Hop,
shot.
what's that guy's name?
I think it's Gilly or something. Or it's
Hop.
I don't remember.
Oh, those videos. Oh, it's so funny. And in
videos are
in
hilarious.
soccer, he was the goalie. He must have got hit in the face 10 times. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's bleeding, and and they did the volleyball one. Cracks you up.
So Dave, great stories, man. What do you got? What do you got that's smoking hot with Slick Sticks right now?
Okay, I got something coming that's, we talked a little bit about it this week, Mike, and I always say there's no such thing, but I will be carrying the longest driver on the planet.
Wow.
Wow, that
It's
says a lot.
just kind of a little teaser, but it is winning everything on the long drive circuit, and 98% of their drivers they sell are not sold to long drive guys. They're sold to everyday players. So I'm really excited to start carrying this, and they, I believe, they are in transit as we speak.
And there's a possibility I've heard that we might have an interview with the said person who helped design this club.
The owner of the company.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I feel
Cool.
like I'm in a legal
Got that
meeting.
set
right
up. We just got to get some times and stuff set
Yeah.
up for it. But
Cool.
yeah, he's all ripping and raring to do it, and I am real excited to start carrying these things. But they're pricey. But boy, oh boy, the proof's in the pudding. You look at those long drive guys, and they look for every inch that they can hit the ball. And I would guess, and this is a survey that I just made up, but around 70%, 60-70% of the guys on long drive circuit are using this head. So
wow,
it's going to be interesting.
And if you think about
they
it,
also make a non-conforming head that hits it even farther.
wow,
that's fun.
that's if you think about it, that lady would have been the balls would have flown over her if they were using those clubs. That lady would not have been hit.
That's a good selling point.
Or if it was a lower trajectory,
hit it
it might
over
have
your
gone
victim.
through her.
Or
Jeez.
as long as it didn't hit any vital organs, she's okay, right? It's like
I
a clean.
shouldn't say things like
Hey,
that.
Dave,
Yes, it would have gone over her.
Google Scott Sterling volleyball. Last name Sterling. All right, Dave. Google's.
Sterling.
Yes.
We got to take a break,
Okay.
David.
It's all right, Sterling. The amazing Scott Sterling.
Yeah, he's
Check him out.
awesome.
It's pretty funny.
He's Dave Schimantel and Slick Sticks, your winning combination. Adjusting loft and lies, clubs, grips, repairs, golf lessons, and flight scope. Call them at 805-598-9993. 805-598-9993. Find out about the longest driver, which we will reveal in a couple of weeks. And Dave, maybe we'll let you know over the phone what he's got coming in if you give him a call. 805-598-9993. Thank you, David.
Thank you, guys. Have a great week, and don't get too scared out there.
All right, man.
Thanks, Dave.
See you, buddy. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, when we come back, Mike, let's protect some golfers.
Yes.
Let's give them some hints how they can save themselves, all right?
Sounds good. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network.